Good afternoon, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com here with your closing recap. Okay, it's about 4:25 Eastern Time here. 15-minute chart of the mini, and those of you that are following us on Twitter, you know, we walked through the day with you again today, and essentially what we had was this. You had the resistance high, made a high off the open. Highs were made in the open, high just died. 1868.75 was the high. We came back in, struggled in the resistance zone, then we gave the resistance zone back. When we did that, it opened up an initial target down in the 58 area, which was reached, and then what you saw was the bears really continue to push. When we were not able to get that 57 back, the area of the 57.58, which was the daily pivot, you saw another push lower. And at that point, we'd indicated on Twitter that it opened a retest of the range low. That was 48. When 48 was broken, it was a very quick trip down to the matching lows, down 41.42. So our low so far, we've got a little bit more Globex to go, 1841.5. Go with 1841.25. So you have the potential for new matching lows, okay, or three lows in the 41 to 42 area, which is how I prefer to see it, because I like to think of things like we did up here in terms of zones. Because if you're going to trade this stuff here on planet Earth, where the rest of us trade, you need to scale in. You need to have zones. You need to understand that this is a zone where I want to buy. That there's a zone where you want to sell. You know, that way you give yourself a little wiggle room, because if you go into a trade and say, I want 41 or I want 68.5, okay, well, this is the market. You don't get what you want, okay? You identify an area and you make it work. So where do we go from here? I'm flat right now. We did some nice shorts in the room today. We did some longs. We caught the long from 50 back up to 55. We got out of that. And once that 50 broke, we tried one more long, because that's the way range trades go. You try them, and then the antenna goes up on the one that doesn't work. And sure enough, and the key is to get out of that one. And sure enough, we were at 42 in no time. So I will be watching, obviously, 41.42 tonight. I will be watching when we do bounce, and we will bounce tonight. Where does that bounce stop? My eyes are fixed on 48. Let me tighten this chart up. We'll go to a 5. So you got to look now at the 48 area as an area of potential resistance, certainly into 50, because 50 was very sticky, and then when we lost it. So 48 to 50 is your target on a bounce tonight. If we get further downside, then I put on Twitter a little while ago, losing the 42 area absolutely opens up the 23 area, okay? And the first indication that that is a leg that we're going to take is if 42 goes resistance, okay? So we're back to the original range. We had this tighter range yesterday of 48 to about 61. We're now back to the original range, 67, 42, okay, roughly. Okay, you've got the two zones. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But right now, it is absolutely advantage bears unless the bulls can really pull it off right here at the edge of the cliff at the bottom of the range. Okay, everybody have a fantastic night. I will be out in the morning with the pre-market web. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website. Check out the blog page on the website. That'll have all the content from today in case you missed anything. There's some good charts in there, some other stuff. Come check out the chat room. Come trade this range with us. And come trade what are looking like some pretty tight Bollinger Bands going into the next week. I'll catch everybody in the morning. Have a fantastic night. Trade them well.